and welcome to the Haverhill Journal, where we take a look at what's happening now in our city. I'm Lindsay Paris, and later we'll be roaming Tattersall's trails on a geocaching expedition and catching up with events at Opportunity Works and the Rocks Village Neighborhood Association. But first, Haverhill will soon be drawing drinking water from the Merrimack River, as City Council approved a $17 million well plan this week. Neighboring cities and towns have long been using the river for their water supply, but it continues to be considered one of the 10 most endangered rivers in the country. For over 10 years, the Clean River Project team has spent thousands of hours on the Merrimack, removing sunken cars, tires, furniture, and all manner of debris. But the project may be halting operations in the near future due to lack of funding. The Journal headed out with founder Rocky Morrison to learn what the implications for our river might be.
Oh, my name is Rocky, and I love to swim, but that water is getting me sick. I need some help for me to live, and I really need it quick.
We're here on the Merrimack River with the Clean River Project, and we're going to show you just what's beneath these waters. Right, Rocky?
We're looking for trash.
Looking for trash.
And I live in that water. Please help me. I'm Rocky the fish.
Got it!
Nice. Well, I'll tell you, you got a future here at Clean River. The last people to clean this river were the Native Americans, and no one's been out here since. And here we are trying to pull back all the layers of the abuse that's been going on out here. This is our first cleanup. You can see there was a big problem back in 2005. That's why we do what we do. If you look at the wall, you can see the work that we've been doing, the cars, the volunteers, whether it's Smith & Nephew, 3M, whatever, these companies like to partner with us for a day and come out and clean up. It's a good way to give back.
I can't believe how much stuff you have here. You have cars, you have bikes, you have motorbikes, you have gears, you have a railroad thing over there. So how much stuff have you pulled out of the river over the past 12 years?
We pulled around 400 tons of debris, and then there's over 10,000 tires, 64 vehicles, and then we're going up to 13 next week. The river's a giant conveyor belt. Everybody's adding trash to it, so it's moving. So overnight, during the day, stuff is moving. So it comes from the north, comes from Lowell, comes from Lawrence.
Wow, this is quite a boat, Rocky.
Yeah, this one's 30 feet long. We call it the SBS River Monster, and we actually move the volunteers around with it. And then when it's not being used for volunteers, we actually have a crane that sits on the front, and it outriggers and actually reaches in the water and grabs stuff out of the water, that tires, whatever we need to pull out. This one over here is the Black Pearl. That one takes a beating, and it's a favorite boat. The divers love diving off that boat. And then the other one we call the Christopher. I named that after my son when I built that one.
Wow, and you built all these boats yourself?
I built all of them, yes.
Now, is dumping stuff in the river, is that still a real problem, or is that lessened over the years?
A lot more people are aware of it, but there are the people who don't want to pay for their tires, their TVs, the contractor who doesn't want to go to the dump. He throws his asphalt shingles, his paint cans, and everything else over the banks.
What is the scope of areas that you do?
We're going from the New Hampshire border all the way down to the seacoast. So we do, Chelmsford, Lowell, Lawrence, Andover, Drake, all the way down, Haverhill, Groveland. So we travel. We actually trailer all these boats on trailers to go to Lowell. So we move. The Bobcat, everything has to go. So this thing's like a circus.
Tell us, where are we, Rocky? What are we seeing?
Well, right now we're in the west end of Methuen up on the Drake line. We're actually going to be heading into Drake because that's one of the places we haven't cleaned. Plus, there's a lack of funding up there, so we haven't been up that way. So I think the banks, you'll see a lot of trash up there.
Okay. I can do this.
There's something right there. Someone's chair. So we're in Drake now, and now you see the shorelines. We stopped cleaning, we're pretty much shut down. The boats ain't leaving the docks. When we started in 2005, like that picture I showed you, this is what it was like. Every 15 feet, there was furniture, kids' toys, junk. You can see it all up and down the river. And this is what it's gonna turn back into if we stop.
Now you say if we have a boom in Haverhill, that'll help contain a lot of this, riverside and bank trash.
Yeah, all your floatable cans, bottles, stuff like that, furniture, will get caught into these booms, these giant booms that collect them. And then basically you send out the volunteers to hand pick all the stuff out, or you float it into shoreline and you unload it with a machine.
Now you can help, and your friends can help. It's really not that
All these cities and towns, you gotta understand that this is their drinking water. And the public, they don't know what's in that river. They don't realize what's at the bottom of this river. And if we go away, it's gonna stop my eyes on this river and my group on this river. Who's gonna be it? So it's very important that the cities and towns back Clean River Project and make sure we stay here. So when I'm gone, this group will stay here with all the boats up and down the river, and it will be permanent thing.
And I love to swim, but that water is getting me sick. I need some help.
So there you have it. If you want to volunteer like we just did, contact Rocky at cleanriverproject.org, and you too can clean up the Merrimack River one garbage bag at a time.
Which makes it a very bad dish, because I eat in that water and I live in that water. Please help me, I'm Rocky the Fish. Glub, glub. I wrote that for my friends at Clean River Project. Thank you.
The project has garnered some recent donations thanks to media coverage, but more help is still needed to fund their next big cleanup. Visit cleanriverproject.org to become a member or donate, or call Dennis at 978-973-7255. Walking through the woods one of these fine October days, you may run into a group of geocachers with GPS in hand, searching out a cleverly concealed container to log their name and maybe find something special. Geocaching, the modern equivalent of letterboxing, is one of the most unique hobbies of our time, blending outdoor recreation with technology to get people out and about. We ventured onto Tattersall Farms trails with local geocacher Jim Petty to try it out.
Hi, I'm Amanda and I am an intern with HC Media, and we are here at Tattersall Farm to learn about geocaching with local geocacher Jim Petty.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm Jim Petty. I live in Bradford. I've been geocaching for about 15 years, and I'm happy to be teaching a little bit to Amanda today and to you all about geocaching. I've been doing geocaching for about 15 years. My brother got me interested in it. He placed a geocache and had me try and find it over in West Andover. I found about 850 geocaches so far, but that's not a lot in the scheme of geocaching things. I know people who have over 10,000. So this is telling me 230 feet that way is this one called Gateway to Mystery.
Ooh. What is a geocache?
It's a treasure hunt. A geocache is a container, and you put a log sheet or a log book inside of it. So when you find this thing, you sign the log. People might leave little odds and ends, army soldiers, baseball cards, any kind of odds and ends that you leave something, you take something. This is an app that I downloaded. It's called CGeo, and it links to my account with geocaching.com. There's a list of different geocaches that I've programmed in here. This one is at the top of the list because it happens to be closest to me. When I push on this, I have an option of a compass, and it's going to tell me it's pointing right towards it, and it's 117 feet away. So this is telling us 221 feet to the first geocache that I programmed. So we're down to 150 feet, 145 feet. As you can see, we're getting closer here now. This arrow is pointing to the direction where the geocache would be located. 32 feet, it's telling us. So we have to look out in here somewhere. And then we have to go walking out into the woods. 26 feet, so we're getting closer. Look at this. This doesn't look quite natural. Do you see that?
There it is.
Gateway to Mystery. When this was last found, it included this little kid's domino type game, cowboy, plastic animal. Look at this pile. See, this doesn't look quite natural, does it? If you've been looking for something, you know that that's a little too much. When we look around, yeah, there it is. Another container labeled geocache. It's telling me a little more like this way. The ground is a little more open here. There's not as many good hiding places as the other places we saw. There's no rocks. You should be thinking it may more likely be in a tree. Look around. There it is. Spots.
Flower power.
That's the flower power cache. Yeah. You want to sign the log? So this one was placed 9/28 of 2007. And then this person was nice and provided a waterproof bag to put it in. What do you think?
I want to do it again.
You're going to do it some more?
Yeah, actually.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
I joined the Haverhill Trails Committee here, and we do a lot of work around town trying to help out and maintain the trails a bit. Part of what we do is that we had this trail guide published that shows maps of every one of the conservation areas in Haverhill. So it's pretty useful. These are for sale. The Friends of the Haverhill Public Library gift shop have them, or at City Hall and the inspectional services. It's a great thing to have if you're going to be an outdoor person. So we had a great day.
Yes, we did.
The weather was very conducive to it, especially in Haverhill. There's a lot of great areas like this. So we found 3 geocaches. They weren't too difficult to find, fortunately, because you're a novice at it, but you did great. And how did you like it?
I loved it. I'm definitely going to do it again.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it to any outdoor nature lover, anyone who loves being on the trails.
Yeah.
Check it out. Enjoy the day.
You can register at geocaching.com, where you'll find hundreds of caches within a 10-mile radius of the city, and you can even create your own. Opportunity Works held their annual Day of Caring at their Haverhill campus last week, where volunteers from the Exchange Club, police and fire departments, and others put on a day of fun and learning. Participants discussed what the day really means for their group.
Today was all about caring, as denotes our title, Haverhill Cares Day. The Exchange Club volunteers came to help us out with an annual celebration for the folks that we support, as well as the staff here at Opportunity Works. We have people from 19 communities throughout the Merrimack Valley and beyond, our adult friends and neighbors that live with various disabilities. And Opportunity Works is able to give rehabilitation services as well as employment services.
The staff, the clients, everyone's kind-spirited and they're very helping and it's really comfortable. Here it's like safe. It's like a safe haven for a lot of people like me with disabilities.
We get public safety assets from the Sheriff's Department. We're very grateful. Haverhill Police, Haverhill Fire, and Trinity Ambulance. They've been so very generous over the last 3 years. It's just a very fun day. It is the most fun day, according to our division director, Melissa Merrow, of the entire service year. So everybody has a great time, and we're very excited to have this new facility here in Haverhill. And come on up, we'll get you a tour. Just give us a call here.
A great day for everyone at Opportunity Works. If you're interested in visiting their new facility, call for an appointment at 978-374-5281. The Rocks Village Neighborhood Association is holding their annual community yard sale this weekend, October 15th and 16th, from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Hand Tub House, 1 River Road by the Rocks Village Bridge in Haverhill. Furniture, holiday decorations, books, records, and more are all for sale, and all the proceeds go to the Hand Tub House restoration. Also on Saturday, October 15th, the Rocks Village Memorial Association and Historic New England are running a special neighborhood walking tour. Come discover over 300 years of history at the Rocks Village riverfront with your tour host courtesy of Historic New England. For registration and fee information, visit historicnewengland.org or call 617-994-5970. If you have a story or event you'd like to see featured on the Haverhill Journal, call us at 978-372-8070 or email info@haverhillcommunitytv.org. And don't forget to like us on Facebook or at our HC Media YouTube channel. And that's what's happening in Haverhill the week of October 13th. I'm Lindsay Paris, and we'll see you next time.